The Wild Robot, one of my absolute favorites of the season. I'm not lying to you. There's been a hell of a lot of awards buzz going on. You look like you just took a deep breath, and Ritchie is just cracking up laughing. Like, what does this moment feel like for you in award season, being here at the 29th Annual Art Directing Guild Awards? Like, what's going on?
It's overwhelming. I think, to get to walk down this line and talk to you folks who are, everybody's so into the movie and the different awards and all these things are just proof that, we were onto something. We stuck with what we wanted to do, and we got very lucky to have a great crew and the right amount of time. Even though it was a tight one, it was not easy, but everything came together every step. I think we didn't leave anything on the table,
When you say it was not easy, what do you mean by that? Are we talking budgets? Are we talking about collaborating?
We're talking about it all these days. Making films is not easy, and budgets are always an issue, and time is an issue, and you're putting in trailers while you're working on shots, and the whole thing in animation and filmmaking it's hard work, but when you pull back and look at what you're accomplishing and you're happy with what you're seeing, that's really rewarding. But the time was tighter. Like, some of the films I worked on took 5 years. This one we did in 3, which is good. 5 is kind of long, which is kind of a luxury from before, but this is probably more what animation filmmaking is going to be like as we keep going forward.
And I'm curious, Ritchie, when you're working on projects that are 2, 3, 5, 7, hell, maybe even 10 years long, are you also balancing other projects at the same time? Or, like, how does that work?
It happens to some people. I think this one I was really focused.
Okay.
And you kind of had to be, like you said, it was a big challenge to do something that nobody has done before in our crew. I know like other studios done it before, but we haven't yet, so just really focusing on that.
The only time we mess around with other pictures really is right in between projects. We'll help out others. That's actually what we're doing right now. So,
And when it comes to like budgets and bumping heads with maybe cinematographers, costume designers, other directors on set, how are you, making a pivot when the budget is a little bit shy of what's necessary to execute that vision? And when you're bumping heads with your colleagues, like, how are you like?
I let this guy do the bumping.
Okay.
I just do the drawings and this guy.
For the most part, on Wild Robot, it was a pretty great experience. We had a great co-producer in Heather Lanza, and of course our producer Jeff Herman. When people hit you with surprises, that's when it's tough. But they kept us in the know for the most part. The flow of the sequences coming in, for the most part, was pretty great. There's one sequence that we couldn't get early enough, and that was like made it hard. It was when Roz was discovering the island. We got that kind of late.
Okay.
And we wanted that one early to really help establish the look of the film. So we kind of had to work around that. But really, working with the other departments at DreamWorks, we've been doing it for so long, it's like just one big family. So for the most part, we don't really end up butting heads. It's the schedule and some of the squeezes that just make it tough at times.
Impeccable work, such a stellar project. I absolutely love it. Clearly the world loves it. Congratulations on all of the success. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.